Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. On this episode of the K-swapped EG Civic, we're installing a shifter box and a shifter base plate. If you haven't been following along with the recent videos, we last installed a eBay intake manifold. So I got this shifter box for my birthday, but it actually comes from maxpeedingrods. It's a billet piece, it's very nice, it looks quality for what it is, and I'm just really excited to fit it. You can also buy this base plate with it, but I had to buy it separately. You can get it from maxpeedingrods again, I believe. Before we get into the video, if you're new here, make sure you subscribe, as I've got plenty of stuff to do on this car and plenty of content planned on the way. Greatly appreciate everyone's support on the videos so far, so make sure you subscribe. Don't mind the mess, we're in the middle of putting this car back together, but to start out with, you got to remove this interior part. I know I have the cup holders, but we're going to have to go through the cup holders with the front of the shifter having the cable linkages going to it. I did pick up a spare piece of this interior part that I'm able to cut up. It's in a lot worse condition than mine. Keep mine the way it is. So yeah, let's start by removing these two bolts at the back, and then there's 2 screws on either side. Just like that, it comes out really easy. So up first is installing the shifter base plate. By removing the old center console, there's 2 original bolt holes here that I have welded nuts on. So all you got to do is just put this on with the open to end circles over the top of them, as well as this end isn't really countersunk, so it doesn't quite work. So I did cut the carpet back a little bit here just to fold it back so we can fit this on properly. By putting the 2 rear bolts in on the plate, you can go ahead and mark the front and then drill them out. Just like that, the holes are drilled. So just as a little trick to pick up some swarf, you get some tape, you can actually pick up some of the swarf with the tape without it fully going down the side. It works most of the time. I probably should have got some wider tape, but that's all I had. So after drilling the 2 holes, I've treated the holes appropriately with some rust protectant stuff and sealed them off from the weather and water. I've also put some foam tape around the center shift hole, and I've put some sealant around that as well, just to be extra sure that I'm not going to get water splash up and go into the carpet on the sides. Up next is securing the 2 front holes. So now I've got to go jack the front of the car up and put these nylock nuts on the bottom of these 2 front bolts just to secure the base plate completely down to the body. Now I've fully secured all 4 bolts, and this is tight and it's not going to come off. We can now install the new shifter box in place where the 4 bolt holes go in the back and the front. So there's these 4 billet spaces that go where each 4 hole is. It's just a spacer and it keeps it kind of from sliding around. It holds it in place properly. So just like that, the shifter box is completely bolted in and it is ready to shift pretty much. Before we get shifting, we actually got to fit the shifter cables to the gearbox in the engine bay. Installing these shifter cables. I got these from Bull Boost, I believe, for a good price. Pretty sure I got my base plate from there as well. We fitted this bracket last time when we did the gearbox, and it goes onto the shifter here and here. So we've got to figure out which end goes where. So I believe this swivel end will actually go on here as this swivels around. You also got to run the cables through the firewall there. There's a hole there, and that will take you into the inside. I've just got the first one on. They just tighten up and secure using that, and then you can adjust that nut there as well to tighten up the end piece on it. I've got to put a split pin through this end to stop this from lifting up, but it's actually looking really nice and clean. Now let's do the next one. So to get all these through, I had to take off this bottom fascia part just to help feed these through. I would like for these to be a little bit shorter in length, as there's a massive bend underneath the firewall and in the engine bay. So as you can see, they bend fairly tight in the engine bay and there's a lot of pressure on them. But it's not too bad as it keeps them kind of out of the way. Now we can go ahead and put some split pins in the shifter and on the gearbox, and we can also go ahead and tighten all these clamps up to clamp them to the brackets. So now, after tightening everything in the engine bay and here, I've just got them both on the top setting like I said before. I've had to take out this bottom fascia panel just to route the wires or the cables a bit better, but this is going to be the first feel of having the new detent springs in with the new gearbox and the new shifter box. I might have to do a few adjustments with which hole I want it in and how tight I want these cables to be, but it feels really good with the detent springs in. It's really stiff and it kind of just locks into place. It's got a nice notchy sound to it. So yeah, I'm really happy with the way this has turned out. What I was thinking is I might just leave the cover off it because it kind of looks ugly with the cover on. So I'm thinking I might 3D print some things up here, as I've just bought a 3D printer so I can make my own prototype parts, and at the back here as well, just to cover this part up. But I like the bare look of just having the aluminium, especially the billet aluminium. It's just really nice. And it's really shiny and it stands out. Other than this bit of messing around I've had to do, it's taken me quite a while to fit these, especially getting underneath the car just to tighten up the bolts by yourself is kind of tricky. But other than that, yeah, like I said, I'm very happy with the way this looks and the way it feels. So if you're new here, make sure you subscribe. We're slowly growing and I appreciate everyone's support. I've got a lot of content planned for the future. If you got any questions, also let me know down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.